right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Canada's soccer made it.
Welcome to The Ride with Chevy and Nasty. Host Randy Chevy and Sheldon Napashka guides you through great stories that spark great conversations. Two really big guys talking a big game. The boys are locked in and ready to go. Welcome to The Ride.
Welcome to The Ride. We are live here on the internet. It's YouTube, Facebook, anywhere you can get us. We're welcome to The Ride with Chevy and Nasty, and brought to you each week by Performance Freight Management, We Drone Real Estate Media, and YYC Business. Sheldon, it was a big weekend, big week of sports, big for Canada, and big that we're back live on the air. You said you almost didn't make it today. What's going on? Oh, your mic's off. We're having microphone issues. Is your mic still muted?
To try. How about now?
Yeah, that's good.
There we go. That's kind of what held us up there too. My mic wasn't working before the show, so just let me know if you can't hear it. But busy time of season for the realtors with the spring and summer market going on strong right now. And when the realtors are busy, I'm busy. So but I made it tonight. I'm not going to miss the Monday night bro check. Yeah. In fact, let's see who is all here tonight. Sound off, guys, if you're on right now.
We got
yes.
Craig.
Yeah, we got Craig.
Just called you as you went
Craig
online.
just called. He must have not had the memo that we start on Monday nights now. So, Craig, I will call you back after the show. We got Ernie and Diane. We've got Rob
Cozy.
Evans. We got Jamin Domler. We got Cozy.
Cozy was wondering when we start. We were just waiting for you, Cozy. We were waiting for you to kind of snap your crayons and then hit play. That's what we do every week. We aim to please. And, yeah, Sheldon said it's our weekly bro check. We love to come in. We love to talk sports, politics, anything that is going on. And yes, that's Mr. Cozy to you. Sheldon, happy Father's Day. Did you have a good Father's Day?
Yeah, I was working yesterday.
So you're busy.
Yeah, but we had a great Father. Like, it was awesome. We've got all the graduations going on this year. Adric, my oldest, just graduated high school. My youngest graduated junior high. And after the service on Friday, got picked up by a limo. And him and his boys went to Peter's drive-thru, which I thought was awesome. And hats off to the parent that picked up the tab and made that thing happen. It was a great opportunity for the kids. But Friday night is when my Father's Day weekend started, because my Adric, my oldest, he's now 18, and we took a little trip. Him, Amanda, and I, we went down to the Scotsman's Well, went to the pub, got some poutine and burgers and a couple of drinks, and it was a great night. It was. So
was this his first trip to the pub with you guys?
Yeah, like we've been to restaurants. We've been to restaurants before, but your first actual pub, right? And he was loving it. Time. It was. He's like, he loved the music that was playing. He was playing a bunch of '90s stuff and early 2000s stuff. And he's like, dude, I really like this. We got to make this a family tradition, and I think we might.
Good. Oh, that's good. And yeah, no, just to wrap up on the Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the dads listening out there, because again. A lot of you guys are dads. Trey isn't the dad that he knows of, but many of us are dads, and it's hard work. It's tough work being a dad, being a man, doing all the things that you're responsible for, and trying to just keep it all together. I was doing some work around the house today, and is my every second Monday I have a Monday off, and I'm catching up, and I'm like, man, every Monday that I have off, I'm just catching up. Like I'm not getting ahead. Yeah. I'm just getting by some days, like some days, it's like there's piles of, like I'm a single dad, right? So piles of laundry, cleaning that doesn't get done if you don't do it, things that don't get fixed if you don't fix it or call someone to fix it, appointments that don't get made if you don't make it. And it's like, I sit there and I wake up in the morning, I got all this stuff to do, and it's like 3 p.m. and I feel like, what did I even do today? Like, you think when you have a day off, you're going to do all this great stuff. Man, it just felt like a day of like just one thing after another. I'm like, did I get ahead today? And I slightly did. I did a couple of things that got me ahead, but for the most part, I did mostly things that got me by. And I don't know if anyone else feels like that sometimes. Like, you think, oh, you got a weekend off. Maybe it was Father's Day and you got a day to yourself, or a Saturday catch up, and you just don't get everything done that you want to do. That's kind of how I felt today. So I am happy that I made it to the ride, because I felt like a million things going on, and I'm happy that I'm here each week hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, there you go. And what'd you guys do yesterday? Did you guys do anything fun? Do the boys like pick you up, take you out for lunch? Or you guys do like pancakes? Do you do a breakfast? Do you do anything like that?
So my son had a lacrosse game in the morning, and they were at their mom's house, and 2 of my boys were working yesterday, so it was kind of tough to get together. I got together with one of my boys, and actually it was kind of cool because my dad loved A&W, and I wish I could have called my dad on Father's Day. Like, my dad passed away about 6-7 years ago, and he wasn't like the all-star dad of the world. Like, some people might have the best dad in the world, but he was my dad, and he was a great dad. And I loved hanging out with him when I was a kid. And the things like Father's Day remind me of the things he liked. Like, my dad loved A&W root beer. Yeah. So I went with one of my boys, and we went to A&W. We had the root beer. They still serve them in the frosty mugs. I don't know if you guys know that, but if you go to A&W and you ask for the frosty mug, they will give you the frosty mug. And that's the best pop you can drink, the A&W and the frosty mug. And then we went to watch Toy Story 5. I thought I was with Brett, and I thought he'd be a little bit too old for it. And I said, hey, Brett, Pops used to love watching Disney movies. My dad loved Mickey Mouse and anything Disney, right? So, and Toy Story was one of the original Disney Pixar animations. And I said, would you want to go watch Toy Story 5? He's like, Dad, I love that show. That's like my favorite one. Let's go watch it. So that's what we did. We had A&W. Went to watch Toy Story 5, and for me, that was all I needed. Just a little bit of quality time with my kid and hanging out, and it was good. It was a good day. It was a really good day. Yeah.
So where do we? I am rushing. I was literally just like connecting with you 2 minutes before the show. Yeah. Where are we taking this ride tonight? Where do you want to start?
Well, first of all, for those of you that don't know it, we got a special guest coming on today. We got Bruno. Bruno, all of you know him as Bruno. It's Bruno Lindia. He is a big supporter of the ride, good friend of ours. He's the lead singer and guitarist for the most dangerous rock band in the world, the ZBs, and also YYC Business. But Bruno went on a rant this morning. We're going to talk about that later when we get him on. But the Brady Tkachuk got traded this week away from the nation's capital. Went to Florida Panthers. So we're going to get Bruno on to talk about this because he had a take this morning. Bruno is a original Ottawa resident. So we'll save that take for later. But where I want to go now, Sheldon, is I don't know if you've been paying attention to World Cup. I haven't been paying attention to it too much. In fact, last week I said, I'm not ready to jump on the bandwagon. But after watching Canada blow out Qatar 6-0, I can't help but get the feels now for Canada. I don't know, where are you sitting with this? Like, I grew up in a time, Sheldon, where, Canada was, as my kids would say, buns. Like real buns in soccer. This is only their 3rd World Cup appearance. And growing up to an immigrant mom from Italy in a city like Montreal, where you're basically ghettoized, depending on your nationality, whether you're Italian, you're Greek, you're Lebanese. And so you just identify with the culture you're with. And of course, I'm Italian, growing up Italian in a neighborhood. All it was Italy soccer. And here we are. I don't know. Well, now I'm in my 50s, and Italy's not even qualified for the World Cup, and Canada's ranked 30th in the world. It doesn't compute for me.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool because I'm watching my kids loving it. I'm listening to Trey saying this is one of the biggest things ever to happen in Canadian sports history. So I'm trying to jump on the bandwagon. So I'm excited. What about you?
Yeah, I've watched 2 games so far, both of Canada's games.
Yep.
But you know what? I was watching them with my boys. And it feels like Olympic curling or cross-country skiing. I know really very little about the game. But when Canada's playing, get excited. We keep trying to figure out how the clock works and what the different calls are, and what exactly is offside, what isn't offside. But yeah, watching the game versus Qatar, where we jump out to the lead and Qatar starts getting red flags one after the other. It was fun watching Canada dominate a team. It made me feel a little bit bad because I think we could have had a better showing against Bosnia. But you know what? Round one of the World Cup is like that. We've seen a lot of teams struggle just getting their game going. I was excited. And I was surprised how much I enjoyed it. Like I went from, okay, I'm going to watch it because I should, to like, I'm getting a little bit of the fever here. I'm watching the guys. I get excited for corner kicks. I'm not the most knowledgeable guy that's out there, obviously.
Same.
But every time we get the ball down in their end, dude, I'm excited. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't think I'm going to be watching any other teams, any other games. Be scouting out. I think who's it now? Switzerland. We play on Thursday.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about that. If I can, I'm gonna at least record the game. But yeah, I think I'm getting behind. I think I'm getting behind Team Canada. I will say this: I don't know if we're going to beat Switzerland. I don't know if we're going to get another win in this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, the big thing was that Canada did rise to the occasion, got their first win at home. And they look like they knew what they're doing. I hope I know we're advancing to, whatever, next 32 or whatever, unless we lose to Switzerland or something crazy like that. Then we'll be playing down the States. But I'm watching.
How big does this rank in Canadian sports history? Like, we'll bring Trey on for this. Trey, of great Canadian sporting events, where does this rank? I mean, you're the sport buff. Like, you pull things out of the hat. Where would this rank for you as an accomplishment on the world stage? Because, when I think about Canadian sports history, like the big moments, some of them, we were supposed to win. Like, you look at some of the gold medals in hockey, we're supposed to win. This year, we didn't win. You look at, I think of, you got a picture of Donovan Bailey there, but even, remember when Ben Johnson won the gold medal? That was huge until it was taken away. Then that was huge as well. But yeah, where does this rank? I see some of the ones you got there. So 72 was it Summit Series?
Let him go, Chev.
Go ahead, Trey. So go ahead. Tell us what you got there. Your mic. You're muted.
Now your mic. We got a thing going on in the software.
There we go. Anyways, yeah. So 72 Summit Series, Paul Henderson. That's probably for like our grandfathers. Or maybe your guys' dads to remember. So I don't really know where it ranks amongst
but
that.
But that's still pretty big because it's kind of
like
in sports lore, right? Like it's in it's kind of taught to you as a kid. If you're Canadian, you're kind of told, hey, listen, this is one of the biggest moments.
That was a big deal. Joe Carter walk-off home run with the Blue Jays. It's a pretty big deal. I'm sure you guys remember that one.
Yeah.
Obviously the golden goal. I think that's the pinnacle of Canadian sporting moments. So I don't think it tops that one. Donovan Bailey, that was kind of your guys' generation. I don't remember that. I wasn't alive for it. But
I remember watching Ben Johnson, dude.
Yeah, see, Ben Johnson.
That's even earlier, right?
So the thing is, Ben Johnson was probably bigger deal, but then the scandal that surrounded him was just as big a deal. Like it wound up being the biggest, most greatest thing that happened and the most infamous thing that happened in the span of a week. To Canada, and on the
it was that fast that they caught him doping.
Yeah,
it was pretty quick. It was pretty quick. It was pretty quick.
Okay, interesting. And then I don't know. I put in the Kawhi shot, kind of the 2019 Raptors, just as a whole. They kind of captured the country.
Yeah,
is that the year they won?
Yeah, it was the year they won, 2019. Yeah, and same with the Blue Jays this year. I think it was kind of along the same lines. Like, not a lot of people watch basketball and baseball unless it's the Canada's team in the playoffs, and then it seems like that's all we care about.
Well, let me ask you this though, because I have a hard time putting them into any of these categories. Like for me, like for where I'm set, is pretty cool. It's cool. I'm getting behind it. Why are we even talking about comparing it to the Summit Series, the golden goal? Like in all those cases, like we won something big.
Yeah.
This is we just earned a place at the table.
We won a game.
Yes.
It's like one of our great athletes, like Singleton, who's not even Canadian. Making an NFL roster as a starter. I mean, he hasn't done anything yet. We just qualified. We made it. It's a big win. I'm not saying it's not a big win, but like I think to me it almost kind of bugs me that we're talking about this because I know we're not at the point yet as a program that we can be talking about winning the World Cup.
No.
But I kind of feel like I kind of feel a little bit gross saying like this is as big as any of those events because we won a game.
Yeah, it's a little gross, I'd say. I think the further we go, the bigger the moments go too.
Yeah.
Like if we beat Switzerland, well, that'll just replace the win against Qatar.
Because then
If
that
we win
puts it-
around a 32 game, that'll just replace the
Yeah.
Switzerland game. You win around a 16 or a quarterfinal match, that's probably about as far as Canada will go this year. Like it's a incredible achievement, and we've punched beyond our weight.
Cozy
And that'll
doesn't think it's a
definitely
big
go in
deal. Cozy doesn't think it's a big deal.
Some people just don't like soccer, but you have to like. Do you guys like sprinting that much? Do you guys like tennis that much? Do you guys like figure skating that much? Like,
okay, now
let's be real here. It's a massive deal for 90% of the country.
You know what? I agree. It's a massive deal. In fact, like for me, I always crap on the World Juniors, right? The crap on the World Juniors when Team Canada goes in and destroys, I don't know, Uzbekistan. I don't know, Bosnia and Herzegovina, the same team that Team Canada Soccer tied the other day. But we're always expected to win in hockey. When we don't win against those teams, it's a national disgrace. In World Cup soccer, I mean, for us to have qualified only the third time in our history, to be where we are, and we were playing in those teams that never win. So I don't think it's an oversell. Because we're not expected to beat every team. We're not expected to even win sometimes. So I would venture to say that this is a big deal. Because I don't know much about Qatari soccer, but they hosted the World Cup. And when I was looking at Iraq today, when Iraq was playing, a lot of those guys grew up playing in Europe. Because a lot of them that fled war, fled conflict, where did they go? They went to Europe. Where did they grow up playing soccer? In Europe? They got the best of the best training. I'm not saying it's the same thing for Qatar. I'm not sure what their background is. But Qatar seems more of a soccer nation, more closer to the epicenter of where the best soccer in the world is playing than Canada is. And our guys, to play good soccer, grow up here and then have to go there. They don't grow up out there. So I think it's a huge deal. Like, I'm on the board. 6 goals is probably the oversell because of the fact that they were down 2 men. But we were still dominating. Remember, Trey, like, I don't follow soccer. We were in our chat, and what did I say after the first goal? I wrote in the chat, I said, this is going to be a bloodbath.
This is domination before they were down 2 men. They were absolutely dominating them. It was going to be 6-0 whether they had 11 or 9 guys.
But I called it early. I said it was going to be a bloodbath. And like you said, whether it was or not down 2 men, Canada, Qatar didn't have the ball in our zone for more than 2 seconds in the first half.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And that was full squad.
Game.
Yeah.
The whole game.
Yeah.
And you know what got me excited? We talked about Jonathan David with a kind of a couple of missed opportunities in that first game. I'm watching that ball come into the crease, and that ball's coming right off their foot. Like, they were so dialed in. Like, I felt like we were watching world caliber soccer. I felt like we had a team that can compete. I know we're not going to win every game, but when I say that, is, I'm not going to celebrate until we have more than one win. But watching where Canada's come in the last 15, 20 years is really quite unbelievable.
Like
you look at our program in the early exactly.
We didn't win a game though last World Cup.
Did we lose to Congo? Didn't we lose to Congo? Who did we lose to? I thought we lost to Congo or like South Africa or something like that. I don't know. I was in a pool. And anyways, we lost. How about this? Before we go to the poem on the World Cup, because Canada's going to play again on Wednesday morning. How good is?
It's Wednesday at 1.
Yeah, Wednesday. That's morning for me while I'm at work.
That's not morning.
That's morning.
No.
When you can't watch it while you're at work. Trey watches soccer. Sheldon, by the way, some people work and some people Trey. Trey watches soccer all day, and all day long he's on the. Like, I had to mute the Sideline Sports chat because every time I turn it on, it's like 700 texts of Trey and JB and James going at it with soccer and Rubio. By the way, shout out to Sideline Sports, the network we're on. But I want to switch gears from Canada because it's going to be a great game. I'm looking forward to it on Wednesday. We got to get to Poem and Bruno, but just how good has Lionel Messi been? Like, I tuned into that game today. Geez. I mean, except for he needs a little bit of coaching on the penalty kick.
Oh, yeah, because it's so easy, right? Best player in the world. 4 for 7 at penalties in the World Cup, but Chevy thinks he's going to nail
But did
a
you
penalty
see?
kick.
But did you see that last goal he scored? That man is
Beautiful.
ridiculous. Like, he's that guy on the whether I was going to say on the ice, but on the field, whether it's football, soccer, basketball. When he steps on the field, he makes everyone better. Everyone just, I mean, that's the set was it because he scored 3 today or 2? 2 today. 2?
2. Yeah,
2 today. His second goal, or no, his first goal. Sorry, his first goal. One guy's running out, passes it across the crease. The other guy knows that Messi's rushing in from
right behind him. That was beautiful, wasn't it?
Spreads his legs so the ball goes through, and Messi just buries it. Like, holy moly! Like, I know you can practice these things, but the game has to manifest so that these things can happen, and everyone has to rise to the occasion. Of course, he had to finish it. He had to put it in. But every one of those guys had to play that play so perfectly for that beautiful goal to go in. Like, hats off to him. Like, I don't watch enough soccer to know everything about him. But, man, when you know when you're watching the greatness, and he's pretty damn good. He is pretty damn good.
I wanted to say really quickly, too, I'm sorry to bring this up back to Canada, but I want to talk about the guy that broke his leg in the middle of the game, too. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
No, I can't rewatch that stuff, man.
That was insane. But, like, how about a testament to your team, too? Like, this guy's leg just ends up in 2 pieces. And Canada was only up, like, 1 or 2-0 at that point. Maybe 2-0 at that point.
Yeah, and what's his name? Came right off the bench, Saliba?
Saliba came off and
right off and
scores the free kick. Like, how it's, like, have you guys been a part of something like that? Like, how do you dial back in after you see a teammate, like, you're like, that's it, you're done for the year. Like, you're toast.
Honestly, you're so dialed in. That is, I always found I didn't feel a lot when a teammate was down unless it was something real scary. Like a broken leg would have been gross.
Unless it was your quarterback.
Unless it was your quarterback or a star receiver or your running back when you didn't have much. Like, there's guys that you can lose me. I was a starter. I had a couple of all-star Western bids. But if I got hurt, Chevy's just going to take more snaps. We're good. Right?
And I didn't want to go here, but now we're going here. I mean, that was a bad injury. There's no doubt about that. There's a bad injury, but that was a bad injury, no doubt. But man, if Cozy wants to talk about overselling one thing, it's the injuries. Like, even I was watching with my girlfriend this weekend, and she watches and plays soccer. She's like, I can't take this. Yeah. I can't take this. It's the diving, the stretchers, like 4 people to carry a guy off. Come on, man. Like, if there's one thing I can't take, it's that about soccer. So when he went down, I actually didn't watch it because I was working and I was listening. And I hear them talking about, I was like, oh my God, the poor guy's going to have a funeral on Wednesday. Like, it was like, call his mom. Like, listen, injuries happen in sports, and I get it. And that was a bad one. I'll grant that one. But come on, man.
You're acting like you got a little boo-boo. His leg was sticking out of his
guys.
His bone was sticking out of his skin.
Just don't make me watch it. I just can't watch it. But
I've seen it.
Guys get hurt.
I've seen it in football. I've seen it in hockey. Guys carrying their fingers back to the bench. You've seen it, Sheldon. I mean, soccer guys just aren't tough. I mean, that's the way it is. But
yeah, he should have walked that one off, shouldn't have?
Should have walked it off. That should have walked it off.
All right,
kicked the penalty shot too and made it.
Here we go. It's getting late. Let's
get the poem so we can get Bruno on. All right, let's do this.
Studs and Duds.
Good job, Trey.
Thank you.
Want to try that again?
Yeah.
And now, 300-pound poetry with Chevy and Nasty.
Here we go. It's the Monday Night Ride. We are your 300-pound gents. When nature calls, we pitch 300-pound tents.
Canada soccer made history. Our nation's first World Cup win in a 6-0 drubbing of Qatar. Every shot seemed to go in.
And speaking of our nation, the Senators traded Brady Tkachuk. He didn't lead them to much, and most Ottawa fans don't give a crap.
So he'll go to Florida so he can play with his brother, talk shit on podcasts with his dad, and get tucked in at night by his mother. By his mother?
Yeah, probably. But lo and behold, the CFL produced another week of thrills. Riders, Elks, Ticats, and Argo all got week 3 kills.
Tonight, we welcome Bruno, and the timing is just right. He will be live to ride and ready for a 300-pound fight.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we got Bruno. Actually, Cozy said he wants to see the replay. We can't produce it because we're going to get banned by FIFA every time we play copyrighted material. Our stuff seems to get buried, so we apparently can't play it. But that being said, what we can play is the show, and I'm looking forward to having Bruno. And Bruno is the big Ottawa sports fan. He's actually a CFL historian. You didn't know that. And big supporter of the show. I can't believe we haven't had him on earlier. And we're gonna have him on. Did we have him on before?
No, but we're having him on next. We can do. Let's introduce him here.
We've had Bruno on before. Like, it was probably close to 2 years ago now, though.
Yeah. Well, Bruno's going to become a co-host of the show because Sheldon and I need vacation relief. But I say, you know what, Sheldon? Let's take a break and let's just get to Bruno when we get back. We can get some water. We can have a break, have a pee, whatever it is. We'll come back. We'll welcome Bruno. He's chomping at the bit to get on the show. This is The Ride. We're at Chevy and Nasty on all our socials, including Sideline Sports and Entertainment. Follow us, like us, subscribe, do all the things. Tell your friends about us. Let's get more people on this ride because we love the Bro Check and we love hanging out with you guys. We'll see you in 2 minutes.
Shipping is only one part of the logistics process. Where and how your inventory is stored plays a major role in how efficiently your business operates. At PFM Freight, we provide secure, fully managed warehousing solutions that connect directly with our transportation network, allowing your goods to move smoothly from storage to delivery without delays. Our facilities are operated with the same precision and oversight we apply to every shipment, giving you confidence that your inventory is organized, protected, and ready when it's needed. By keeping your warehousing and distribution under one provider, you eliminate communication gaps and create a more streamlined, reliable supply chain. Visit pfmfreight.com to learn how our warehousing solutions can support your business.
Do you want your business to be known? YYCCalgaryBusiness.ca is Calgary's only online media platform that gets you noticed. Short-form video content is rapidly taking over as the most effective way to engage your audience. Whether you're being interviewed on a vodcast, sharing a sizzle reel, or even hosting your own show, there is one place you can publicize your business. We want to tell your story and introduce you to our network of empowered business owners and leaders right here in Calgary. Isn't it time you took your digital game to 11? Call us or email us now.
Are we back?
We're back.
Okay, I didn't. You know what? Usually the commercials play on my end, and they didn't. So I didn't know if
You didn't see any of that.
nothing.
Yeah.
I saw it was playing on the little screen on the one that has the socials, but there was a glitch on my browser, so I couldn't hear anything. It was really weird. I was sitting in silence. It's rare for me sitting.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to be silent much more because coming up right now, guys, very special guest of ours, very good friend of the show, Bruno Lindia. Bruno, we're just going to call you on the show. Bruno, welcome to The Ride with Chevy and Nasty. Here he is, the voice of reason. We got a.
We need your mic.
He's
on.
muted. You're muted, Bruno. You're muted.
Hey, Trey, what are you doing? We're all muted today.
It's not me. It's not me. There we
Fellas,
go.
how you doing?
There he is, the Yankees. Bruno, were you the guy in the? I saw a clip this weekend of Yankees. I think it was Dodgers, and a fan was ripping the ball. A Yankee fan was ripping the ball out of the Dodgers glove as he was
That's
catching. So is that allowed?
That's fair. Yep.
So a guy's going over the wall to catch a ball before it goes out, and you just fight the guy for the ball.
That's right. 50-50, no PI. Where's Trey? Is he scared to be on this show today?
Trey, up
I'm
here.
right here, Bruno. What's
All
up?
right.
Lay the challenge down, Bruno, right now. Listen, for those of you that don't know, everyone in attendance, we had a challenge laid down, but it hasn't been responded to. You see, Trey, our resident golf expert, stunning, star-studded UFC alumnus, now Alberta Open participant. I'm just making this up as I go. Trey's our golf guy. And Bruno challenged him to a par 3 at the McCall Lake Golf Course, and Trey has not responded. So Bruno said tonight he's going to lay down the gauntlet. So Bruno, to you.
Anytime, any place. Come on, let's go. Par 3. You know, we're talking about Pebble Beach, U.S. Open. We're talking about Torrey Pines. Why play there? Let's go to McCall. Keep it Canadian. No tariffs. Let's play it. Should have played yesterday when the winds were like 100 miles an hour. So, Trey, anytime, any place, except when I'm not here, which is most of the time. But anyways, let's do it. Let's do it.
What's the
You're
bet?
on. I'm not
bet.
chicken. I'm not chicken. I'm not ducking you, Bruno. Let's get this done.
Well, you've
got it.
clearly been ducking him though, Trey, a little bit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
this
you
has
were.
been.
It's like Trey doesn't want to go in nets when I'm kicking penalty kicks.
For me,
knows I'm
Bruno,
gonna
for me,
score.
Bruno, it's either this. It's either he's afraid of you because you got that Italian street fighter side to you, and he's scared about what might be coming. That, or he just doesn't respect you. He's like, I don't want to hurt Bruno's feelings. Bruno doesn't have game. But I'll remind you, Trey, Bruno's the only guy in this square that's ever hit a fastball off of a major league pitcher before.
Yep.
That's true. That's true. But first and foremost, we're going to go to McCall Way. The prize, I mean, we should all go, right? Bring the whole crew.
Get them
And
all. They're all chicken. They're all chicken.
they're all chicken, of course. You know what I mean? I can't golf. I'm horrible. But it's a par 3. Anything can happen. And
You can get a couple of hole-in-ones.
you just never know, right?
You just never know.
So we got that out of the way, and don't think we're going to wait for the whistle or the referee in UFC in front of the White House. The kilt comes off right away. Piper starts swinging. So
Here goes
that's what's
Bruno.
going to happen.
Bruno wants to talk. Listen, guys, for those of you that don't know, the next reason Bruno's on here today is that this morning, after the news broke that Brady Tkachuk got traded from the Senators to the Florida Panthers to play with his brother, Bruno went on a rant. Like it was a 7 a.m. text.
That was a rant.
That was a rant. So we want to save it for the air. So Bruno, just go. Bruno, have your rant. Brady Tkachuk.
Well, it wasn't really a rant. I felt bad for my friends.
Can I read this? Can I read the rant?
I was
it
gonna
was
pull
a
it
rant.
up.
I think it. Yeah.
Let
I
me
think
pull
we
it.
gotta
Let me
read
pull it up. I'll pull it up.
Bruno
So
says it's not a rant.
Before we go on, I feel a little naked here because I'm usually with the man, the legend, the commish, Ben Rollinson on Goats Only.
Yeah.
And if you think I go on rants, hello.
Yeah.
So we missed the commish. And before we go on, they changed the national anthem in Qatar after we beat them. It's called While My Qatar Gently Weeps. It was horrible. Go Canada, go. All right. So what was the rant? Okay, so I felt bad.
Do you want me to read it, or do you want to?
Let me pull it up, Chevy. Well, let me pull
Okay,
it
You
up.
wanna read it?
Trey's,
Okay.
yeah, Trey's gonna pull it up.
While you're doing it, it's because I got a couple of texts from my good friends from Ottawa, and all this stuff. My friends Mike and Coach Paul and the rest of them, they buy season tickets. Hardworking guys, right? They buy season tickets. They believe in the dream. They believe in this Brady Tkachuk. Hey, I got nothing against Brady Tkachuk, Keith Tkachuk, Walt Tkachuk, Peter Tkachuk, Peter Puckchuk. I don't care. Go play wherever you want. But these poor guys bought season tickets. They bought into you, right? And they're all sad. So I had to go on a rant to say, let them go. Who cares? Rent the ice to old people. We'll go play hockey. It'd be more entertaining to watch the goddamn Senators. So anyways, yeah. So I
Here
was
it goes.
defending my friends.
Here it goes. It says, Brady T, good riddance. Enjoy the basement in Lauderdale. Now all the Tkachuks can sit around dads and get drunk drinking Coors and remind each other how great they are. And finish last. Lucky the Panthers had Marchand last cup. That's Tkachuks equals 0 class. Brady versus Sam Bennett fight was planned, and we all watched it thinking it was national pride. Sad state. No hockey night in Canada. No kids want to play on Canadian teams. Babcock coming back to mentally abuse what's left over. Seriously, can't find someone else to coach the Oilers. NHL is not taking mental health seriously. I would agree with that. We keep funding corrupt Hockey Canada. Schmucks like Gretzky and McDavid promoted MGM betting to kids. How much money do they need? Pathetic. Trade McDavid. Hyman to the Panthers too. Oh yes. Take Babcock to Florida too. Go CFL, go. Truly the only Canadian game and the tradition left. Let's not piss that away too. Drop the mic. Bruno.
Okay,
That's right. And the only reason why I didn't put Draisaitl on there is I don't know how to spell it. He can go to Florida too.
The obvious question: who pissed into your cornflakes this morning, Bruno? Because that was when I first saw that. I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
He was on fire.
it was a culmination of every single time. Hockey, I think, is the worst. The worst. I don't even follow hockey anymore because of this. I remember in Ottawa, it's kind of a rant, but it's also, hey, wake up. It doesn't matter, right? Daniel Alfredson says, oh, I have to do what's right for my family. I have to leave Ottawa. It's a family decision. Go, listen, it's dollars. Just say, listen, I want to go make the money. Show me the money. And they go make the money. Why do you have to make it about this bullshit? The other guy, Carlson for Ottawa, right? I mean, I'm letting out a lot of guys.
Yeah.
Hook. But I remember, listen, I'm going to catch a lot of hook for you Calgary Flames fans. I love Calgary. It's my second home. It's my first home right now. When Iginla left, oh my God, ba ba beep, ba ba ba. That's a time for who gives a shit. Go. Just say you want to make the money. He goes and makes the money. Then he says, you know what? We're going to come and save the Calgary Flames because I know what it takes to build a team. What are you talking about? You left.
And you lost. You never won.
We never won here. So Alfredson does the same thing. Now, Brady, and guess what? He lives in Naples, Florida. He better not show up on our beach because boom, we're going to lower the boom in the volleyball.
Hold on. I'm going to tie this together in a little bit of a way that you might not see coming here. Again, that goes down to the States.
That's fine.
Tkachuk, Carlson, all those MFers are leaving their Canadian cities, their Canadian jobs, their Canadian fans to go down to the States because of money.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Bruno,
Let him go make the money.
Bruno, you already said you spend more time in Florida than you spend in Calgary.
No,
What's the
that's not
difference
true.
between you and Brady Tkachuk?
Dude,
I'm not hating on you. I'm not blaming you.
But Sheldon,
I look at this move and I'm like, dude, that's a brilliant move. Go play in Florida with my brother.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm there to remind people that take it personally. Stop it. They don't care.
Bruno,
it's just business. Let them go.
Sheldon, listen, the only difference between Brady Tkachuk and Bruno, you got to understand, Brady Tkachuk is going down for the money. Bruno is going down so he can wear his Speedo and get a tan. That's the only reason. Because he's still making Canadian money. He's working there. He's still doing his Canadian stuff. But the Speedo tan is on point. Right, Bruno? Am I right?
Well, Chevy, at least I'm wearing a Speedo tonight. You're not wearing any pants. So let's go back on that.
No pants. I never wear pants during the show, but I'm wearing the ZBs, the most dangerous rock band in the world t-shirt tonight. That's your rock band. And that's the way it goes. You don't wear pants when you're on the ride. Why do you need to wear pants?
That's right. And all I'm saying is I'm not anti-Brady. I'm not anti, what's the guy's name played here? Matthew, Sam Bennett. I'm not anti that. I'm just trying to remind my good friends that I care about. Don't worry about it. It's all bullshit.
Okay, but let me ask you guys this.
Come back to us and say, save whatever the hell it's called, the Scotia Center, the Palladium, whatever you call it in Ottawa. Okay. Don't come to the fans and say, oh, you know what? We got to raise ticket prices. No, don't buy the tickets. Don't buy the tickets. Like I can't name more than one player. Michael Backlund, and is Huberdeau still on the Flames?
Yes.
Okay. Those are the two guys I know. That's a sad state when a guy like me doesn't even know a player on the team. I know Claude Giroux, and that's about it. And I cheered for the Montreal Canadiens only because of you. I hate the Canadiens, but I cheered for you, Chevy. And that's the only reason. And I'm here to tell you that, you know what? We got some real problems in Canada. You don't want to play in Canada, get lost. Our kids don't want to play in Canada. Why are we funding this Hockey Canada bullshit? Last year was $4.8 million, according to a report that we gave Hockey Canada. They play here and then they leave, which is okay. But why are we funding it? Why are we not funding the CFL?
Yeah.
Yes,
Bruno,
the federal government and the provincial governments.
Do you think
zero, nothing?
Do you think that the issue is that the taxes here are far too much? Like players like Brady is like he's getting paid what 7-8 million. He's probably only seeing 3.5, 4. He goes down to Florida. He signs
100%.
a $7 million deal. He's gonna get $6 million, right? There's no state tax. He goes to Vegas, same deal. You go to Texas, you go play for Dallas, right? There's no state taxes at these places. Is this a problem too? Do you think in Canada?
Well, listen, the problem in Canada, to be really, now I'm being serious. The problem in Canada right now, the biggest problem in Canada is the same in most parts of the United States of America. People can't make ends meet. Okay, stop this madness. Stop dropping $400 or $500 to go watch a hockey game, right? And start putting it into our real economy. Give it to your kids. Do this. Donate it. Because guess what? This is, to see people that are sad. and maybe I'm being a little bit dramatic, but you know what? My friends were kind of worked up about this because it's not the first time a big star leaves a team and you buy big bucks, you pay bucks for tickets. We're big boys. Stop voting that way. We're done.
Yeah, yeah,
No taxes. Let them go down.
but talking
God
about the
bless them.
hockey, because I don't think it was just about the money. Like I know it's about the money in terms of he left, they got a lot of first round draft picks. Like I think they got a lot in return, considering the team they took to the playoffs got blown up in 4 games. Yes, it was by the eventual Stanley Cup champions, but they didn't even put up a fight. And they haven't.
Those games were incredible.
All they did was fight. They didn't
That
do
was
any-
Carolina's hardest test. Was Ottawa.
hardest test, and they took care of them in
Montreal.
4 games. They took care of them in 4
Show
games.
how good Carolina
They were
was.
not. They were
Ottawa
not,
was a good team.
They were not a hard test. Ottawa sucked. And what happened this year, and it's going to date back, and it's going to go back to when he appeared on the, well, first of all, the Olympic stuff. That's the national pride there. But the big one was when he went on the podcast with his brother and his dad, and they shit all over their goalie that had mental health issues. And that, I'm sure, behind the scenes is what made that team say, we got to get rid of this guy.
Wait, did they really? I never saw that.
Yes,
podcast.
they did.
What was said? Like,
so they were poo-pooing that their goaltender was basically coming back, but he couldn't play 2 games in a row. He was trying to ease his way back into regular work. And they went on and they were talking, and they didn't say his name, but they were inferring that their goaltender was soft. And the dad was like, come on. That was all orchestrated. Just like when Matthew Tkachuk left Calgary, he left after he got benched when he took a pretty stupid penalty and the Flames didn't back him up, because Matthew Tkachuk plays on that edge and sometimes he goes over it, and you love when he does, but once in a while he costs your team. And one night, I remember he cost the Flames, they benched him, and after that he changed, and that's when he left. That he played his contract out and he said, I'm gone. Those guys are babies.
You're starting to win me over here, because I really am starting to believe that as long as you have a Tkachuk playing on your hockey team, that you will never win a Stanley Cup.
Well, they
You will
won.
never win a gold medal in the Olympics if you've got a Kachuk playing on your roster. Dude, I don't buy that. Yeah,
I
dude,
don't buy
sounds
this Chevy
sounds like
either.
sour grapes, man.
I'm just
These
saying,
guys want to compete. They expect to be competitive.
for sure.
Canada, tax
For
system
sure.
doesn't compete. Ottawa, I don't know
Yeah.
what kind of man. Ottawa's always struggled. They've had some good players in there, and you know what? People still support them. Good on them.
But
Well,
I'm with Bruno.
the
If the guy
Rams-
does,
Take it, Bruno. Take it, Bruno.
The rant was not about Brady being good or bad. Okay. And all these players that go to the US, guess what? That's just the way it is. Canada does not give them the economic environment for them to want to play here. I get it.
Yep.
That's fine. What I'm trying to tell my friends and you guys and everything else is not boycott NHL. Think twice before you drop $300-400 on a game, thinking it's kind of like, yeah, you put the $300, $400 on shit seats, and all of a sudden, just because you have a player, you're going to win. If your return, you think, is going to be a championship, season, guess what? It ain't going to happen in Canada. Right? And so, they're all mad that Brady left, and what's that guy's name? Staios. I'm getting current on the names.
Steve
Right?
Staios.
What do you want the guy to do? Right?
Yeah.
These contracts are worth shit right now. And guess what? I'm going to date myself. None of you guys will even know who this is. Charlie O'Finley of the Oakland A's. Okay. Oakland A's were unbelievably good a long time ago. Reggie Jackson, all the rest of them. He said, put all the players, because he couldn't compete with the salaries of the contract to free agency. Said, put all the athletes on game to game basis, just like regular employees are. Right? Then all of a sudden, you're going to see these players play and appreciate a few things about what people are paying them. And guess what? Next topic. You take out gambling and the revenues they're getting from gambling that's destroying our kids. Okay. You take that out. I don't think the NFL is going to survive the way it's surviving. How do I know that? Our friends at Sideline Sports love those guys. They're the best. We've gone to Super Bowl Radio Row, and it used to be, all around the big booths used to be, Fox, what do you call it? ESPN, Coors Light, Miller. Guess what? Those days are gone. It's FanDuel. What else? The other guys, MGM. I'm talking
MGM, yeah.
huge. Like you cannot imagine. I was watching a baseball game yesterday, right? And the baseball game, the backboards was all Bet, not
Bet
FanDuel,
99.
Bet 99.
Yep.
Oh, you know what that shit costs? That means they're making a lot of money on kids like Trey. And guess what? I don't like my chance. I'm not saying you bet, Trey. I'm talking about your demographic, okay? You know what? That's our future. I'm pretty defensive about our future. This is why I was driving down McKnight Boulevard. It might sound like Don Cherry a little bit. Here we go. Walking down McKnight Boulevard, okay, coming back. And my friends are all worked up about this Brady Tkachuk shit, okay? And we're talking hockey and class and this and that. I'm driving down McKnight Boulevard and then Airport Parkway, or what do you call it? Airport Trail.
Yeah.
There's a big sign, Connor McDavid, that you guys spend all this time saying Connor, surround Connor, surround Connor. He's promoting freaking MGM betting.
Yep.
Do you know what he's making for that, fellas? I looked it up. 3 sources, $3 million a year. And he's supposed to represent what we think is a role model. Get rid of him. Go on to Florida too, right? Get in the bus. Go down, Connor. You want to be on a winner? Go down there.
Get on the ride.
Try to skate on that pond in the Atlantic. Next one, Wayne Gretzky. Okay, when he goes to Hockey House, on average, he makes $100,000 to go to Hockey House just to represent us. Great ambassador, right? I'm not anti-Gretzky at all. But I looked it up. He makes $4.5 million representing MGM betting. What are we doing here as parents? Anyways, that's it.
Wow.
Bruno.
Yeah,
Okay, Bruno. Okay, well, you want to kick the Oilers, or you want to kick McDavid out of the Oilers? Well, I bet you.
And Draisaitl and Hyman for bringing back Babcock.
What do you think? What do you think about the Babcock? I was just about to bring this up. What do we think, Bruno? Give me your thoughts on this.
I know some backstories from people. I'm not going to throw their names in this because I don't know if they want to talk about this. People that have actually worked with Mike Babcock. Okay, allegedly. Okay, what's the word? Allegedly, right? Yep. Listen, I didn't say anything. The stories speak for themselves. Is there not somebody else that you can bring in? Is there anybody else? Right? Like, for God's sakes, bring in a hockey coach at Simons Valley to coach these guys.
Yeah,
right?
Literally anybody else. Bruno.
Anybody but him.
I'll take you. Do you want to coach the Oilers? I'll take Bruno over Babcock.
I'm going to tell you one thing. If I'm coaching the Oilers, okay, I don't know if I'm going to win. Bro, I don't know if I'm going to win, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to treat those players with dignity. That's for sure. I'm not going to shit all over the players. I'm not going to treat them like shit. Okay? No head games, no fancies from McGill. That's the only good thing I can tell about Mike Babcock. But why I'm saying this is because, about a month ago, Claude Lemieux committed suicide. We're all over, and there's backstories about, what had happened. And there's, you guys are pro players. Mm-hmm. There's mind games going on. Do you know that most coaches, and I'm going to say all coaches, have to have most elements of being a narcissist? How does that play in the, in the whole game of football? You boys know this, okay? If you're not aware of your actions as being a coach, okay, on the effects that you can have mentally on some of the players, forget about pro, I'm talking about even young kids, okay? Then I guess it's been proven that he's done a couple of crazy things, okay? All of a sudden, we're talking about Claude Lemieux having mental issues, mental health problems. He's not the only one. We can go down the road talking about Bobby Probert and all these rest of them, okay? And all of a sudden, the NHL goes, we got to get tough on this. And what do? They let this guy back in. I don't know. Maybe he's recovered. I doubt it. But guess what? We've all played for coaches, and I've coached with coaches, and I've tried to train coaches and saying, guys, without the players, you're shit. You're nothing. Guess what? You're coaching pro. The team who has the Tkachuks win. Don't think you're that good in pro because you get airlifted. And that's the problem I have. And
Bill Polian said that.
Apparently, Hyman, I don't know this, allegedly Hyman, McDavid, and the other guy, was it Draisaitl, something like that, are kind of saying, hey, we're good with it. Of course you're good with it. Of course you're good with it. Because he's not going to kick you in the ass. But guess what?
Yeah.
It's the marginal players.
Yeah,
It's
I
it's
think
the,
we've all seen that. Sheldon, you probably have seen it in your career. I've seen it in my career, and Bruno's spot on. It's not the star guys that get it.
I'll tell you, Chev. The problem is, as the Oilers fan too, is I remember joking about it the first day they mentioned it. It's like, tell me you have no ideas for the future of your organization without saying you have no ideas. Well, we're gonna bring Babcock out of retirement.
Yeah.
Then I made a joke about bringing in Sutter. I think they were didn't something come up where they were actually talking to Sutter at some point? Did they reach out to that? Like
they reached out to him, but they're hiring Babcock tomorrow at 10. They're having a press conference. So
but your thought process there is bringing in old guys that had success. No doubt they had success, but in the old system. And
but, I mean, some old guys that had success didn't come out of the wash like this guy with this track record of guys. I mean, there are so many
100%.
guys right now on Instagram. You on Instagram? There are so many guys with clips basically trashing Babcock for all the crap he's done. Like you can pull up 10 or 11 clips of different guys talking about how he's bullied them, how he's treated them poorly. I mean, I didn't know any of this. Yeah, Bruno mentioned he's a McGill guy. When he was winning all the Stanley Cups in Detroit and stuff, you're like, yeah, go McGill. But I don't know him from a hole in a wall. But I do know when former players and former assistant coaches step up and talk about some of the mind games he plays and the things he's done, one, I'll say, well, why are we bringing him back? Two, I'm sure there's more that like it's kind of like with Bill Belichick and the Deflategate or the Spygate. When one person gets caught, then you say, well, pretty much everyone's doing it. And I got to believe that not every coach in the NHL is a piece of work. But look, the NHL let Joel Quenneville back in, and he was responsible for that whole scandal in Chicago, right? With Kyle Beach and all that. And they're just like, yeah, he knew about it. One of his own assistant coaches molested a player on the team, but it's okay. We'll let him back in the league. And I do believe that happens.
Listen,
And
sorry, Chevy, let me jump in. I had the real fortune of being surrounded by some really good coaches. Okay. And one of the things that was brought to my attention by a coach years ago said, what are the certifications that you need to coach, say, the Mavericks, our local football team that all our kids played for, right? Or the Calgary Cowboys, right? What are the qualifications? Well, you need a police check, right? You need your NCCP something or other. In hockey, holy shit, hitting from behind, hitting from the sideways, hip checking certification, parking the car certification before you go on the ice. Am I correct? Okay.
Yep.
There's all this stuff. What do you need to coach pro? Shit, nothing. What do you need to coach college? Shit, nothing. You need to know the owner.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm not saying they're all bad. That's not what I'm saying. I don't know enough NHL coaches to even make that decision. All I'm saying is probably bad decision if something goes sideways. And it's all risk. It's all risk management. I'm not anti-Mike Babcock. I don't know the guy, right? But I'm also saying, like, when you hear that the star players are endorsing this guy, don't worry, he's a stud. I got his back. Dude, how do you know? What are you going to put on the line? And plus, guess what? McDavid, don't know the guy from the hole in the ground. Guess what? He's going to pull a Brady Tkachuk. Good for him. He's going to go to Vegas. He's going to go to... If they can start a team back in Phoenix, they'll all go to Phoenix. The Wives were pretty pissed off when they shut down Phoenix, right? It's a great place to play. So guess what? Why would you want to expose some of your teammates, equipment managers, all this stuff with the possibility of this person to repeat offend, right? I just don't get it. That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
I think it's probably a short leash situation too. I imagine if there's even one strike with this guy.
Yeah, but
he's gone.
Okay, here's what I'm going to tell you, Trey. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Do you want, like, and this is tough because you don't have kids. We all have kids. Do you want that strike to be against your kid? Right?
You know what?
If you're a parent,
if you're an NHL player and you can't take just wait. Let me rephrase that. If you're an NHL player and this coach, like say you're a fourth liner for the Oilers and the coach beaks at you and you don't like it, it'll be so fast. Babcock will be gone so fast. There is no chance that you're right. He's not going to rip into the McDavids and the Dreisaitl's and the Hymans. And it's going to suck for the one guy, the Kapanen or the Dickinson or whatever, the Murphy who's going to get ripped into by Babcock. But I promise you, if there's any inkling that this guy's going to be a repeat offender, they'll just have to get rid of him. They have no choice. They're handcuffed by the NHL to get rid of this guy.
Oh my God.
Then I question why you do it in the first place, but I think Bruno and Randy can both attest to it. Any player can get ripped into. That we're not talking about getting ripped into, right? A fair ripping into is fine. This guy does the ultimate mind fuck to a lot of players.
So if he's going to do that, then see ya. Like,
yeah, but it takes a lot of, but here's the problem. If we go back to, and there's no right or no wrong, all I'm saying is I wouldn't want my kid to play there. Okay. So here's what I'm going to tell you. There was nothing more that I wanted to do than play for Penn State University. Now, if you've ever met me live, okay, I was straightened up pretty quick about you're never going to play at Penn State as a middle linebacker. Why? I'm 5'10", and I probably could have had the 198-pound poetry going. Okay, but that's all I wanted to do. Right. Well, if you guys remember Penn State, the linebacker coach I wanted to play for was Jerry Sandusky.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Guess what? These guys. I just had dinner with Coach Fasano, and we were trying to explain to my son really quick about how impressive Jerry Sandusky, Joe Paterno, and that whole thing was. Like, that was like crazy. You talk about Ohio State right now, or whatever school's really tight. Right now is Indiana. Okay, next level. You go upstairs in my office. I got books of them because that's what I want to play middle linebacker. And then I was convinced I was too small. Who knows? I probably would have never made that team. Had I been a coach and I became an assistant coach, which was a high probability, right? Guess what? He would have never hired me because you know what? I grew up right, and I would have snitched on him. I probably would have done something really bad if I knew that he was doing something bad. Why did the other coaches not snitch? Why did the players not snitch? Right? Because they don't want to lose their job.
And then it becomes institutionalized. That's the same thing with what happened in Chicago. And you're right. When you invite a guy like that has a previous record, he might not do it again, but how do you know if that was his history?
Do you want your kid to be that guy? And guess what? It's not that simple where somebody's going to go, hey, guess what? Coach Nispastuk looked at me the wrong way. Get lost, kid. They'll just airlift you. That's pro. They don't give a shit. Boys, I don't know if you agree with me. Guys, shit disturber. You're not going to bother the Wayne Gretzkys and the McDavids of the world. What are they going to do? Ship these guys out, right? And the abuse continues. Now, I'm just hoping he doesn't do it. But why would he even do it? Why? There's so many other coaches out there, right? Why would they even attempt to do that? What message are they sending the other players? And the fans?
What they're sending to the rest of the league, the rest of hockey fans, the rest of the hockey community is we have no clue what we're doing. We have no new ideas. We can't spot talent. We don't know what our problem is. So we'll bring back a name from the past, no matter what kind of baggage comes with it. And it's a bad move. The Oilers, short of a Stanley Cup, cannot win from making this move.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass for the NHL too.
How about if the Oilers win a Stanley Cup this year, right? And then 3 years from now, forget about Babcock, somebody else, right? You find out was just a piece of shit to most of the players, and you find out some crappy things. Is that a good Stanley Cup or is it a bad Stanley Cup?
It's Stanley Cup, Bruno.
No, I know, I get it, but is it worth it? Right? And that's the only thing. I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed that fans are always taken for. And I voted with my money years ago, right? I can't tell you the last time I went to a Flames game, right? And it's not because I'm anti-Flames. I love hockey. I can name you every Flyer since I was born. But there is a point where you turn around and you just say, you know what? It's too much money, right? Can we afford it? Sure, we can afford it. But why? Why pay all this money, go to a regular season game, and it seems like they're not trying. I'm not putting the athletes down, but it seems like they're not trying. It seems like it's a nothing game until the playoffs. And then all of a sudden, these kids still look up to these sport. Like, look at you, Trey. I love the fact that you're a younger guy. You hang out with kind of us, you know what I mean? And we look to you for the future, right? So you guys watch sports and you listen. This is not right. When you allow somebody over there in a management position, leadership position, who apparently is narcissistic and just plays with people's minds, it's not good to cheer for those people. They're the villains, right? And so I hope he does well. I hope they win a Stanley Cup. I hope he treats everybody well. But it's kind of a shit message that they're throwing out.
I
You
think
know what,
it's
Bruno?
I think it's like it's kind of an FU to the NHL. I think I've read up on this a little bit, and I think what's happened here is that the Oilers are not very happy with Vegas not letting them interview Bruce Cassidy. And so they went and just tried to make a mess of this and kind of be like, hey, you should have let us hire this guy, let us interview him. So we're going to go ahead and hire like the biggest pain in the ass. Good luck doing this interview with them and clearing him in the investigation. We're going to bring a lot of bad black light on the NHL. I think it's kind of a screw you.
And that's
from the
and that's
Oilers
why
to the
Canada
NHL.
doesn't win great Stanley Cups anymore, because that's the worst thinking I've ever heard.
I
If I'm gonna-
think
if I'm gonna put down
I think
my-
it's pettiness from the Oilers. I truly
Then
do.
that's why
And
Canada doesn't win.
and it's terrible. It's unfortunate. It's the team that I cheer for, and I cry and I bleed for the Oilers.
Yeah, stop doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stop doing that.
Brandon Babcock's it's tough luck, but
Well,
I don't
so-
know. I don't think the abuse is gonna be a thing, Bruno. I really don't. I think the NHL's gone soft. It's the no hit league, and the second somebody's feelings are hurt, there's no way they can keep this guy around. There's just no
Sheldon,
way.
what do you think? Sheldon, I know you want to say something.
I think everything's been said. I think we've beaten this dead mule half to death, or brought it half back to life. I really appreciate the dynamic between Trey and Bruno. Bruno, you've seen it before. Trey, you were trying to figure out make sense of this thing. I love it. I'm not sure where I sit on this. I just think it was a bad hockey move. It tells me there's nobody in the organization with fresh thoughts. What I was trying to do though is we're running way late.
Oh, sorry, boys.
And I
No,
love
good.
Bruno's takes, dude. I've learned so much from you here. I love your takes on this stuff. But there's something else. I'm a fan of you, not just for your sports takes. Dude, I want you to talk to me a little bit about your music, because you keep sending me the songs as you're working on them. Hey, Nasty, what's your take on this? You like this? I'm moving in this direction. I play it for my buddy Cozy, who absolutely loves your sound. What is going on with the ZBs right now?
Let's hit it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, well, first of all, Z is for I think it's the only Grey Cup champion to be in a band. Shreko Zuzakovic, great band member. My friend Johnny Saliga, who we call him Johnny Clean. The Colonel on the drums, Kenton, our singer Emily, and myself. And what are we doing? Like, we don't get along. Oh, we don't get along. We don't get together too often. But when we get in the studio, we write a few songs, and it's a bit of a nod to say, hey, don't tell us what we can't do. We're just going to do it anyways. And so we created the ZBs. So Zizakovic, Bruno, and Johnny Saliga. And yeah, I mean, it's I guess it's one of those things that we just want to do it because we want to do it. I didn't play guitar. I never sang. I mean, not really. And we just decided to play. Like, a little known fact, Shreko used to play in a band with Doug Flutie, Darren Flutie, and Dan Wicklum. And when we coached together years ago with the Dinos, we didn't know each other. He was a standout at Ohio State, but you know, he's just a great human being. Wasn't he president of the alumni for years? I don't know how many people he's helped. And I remember calling him, and I just said, "Hey, listen, we got to start a band because we just, you know, I got an idea." And he was here like 10 minutes later. Johnny Saliga, incredible friend, unbelievable. Colonel, great guitarist too. The Colonel, he's got a Peach Jam Records. He's got I don't know how many acts. And then I thought I was getting punked when I met him, and then he showed up, and there you go. He wants to be our drummer. And Emily, I knew her from just kind of dealings with her. And I said, hey, come and sing with us. And we have a great time. We don't play live. We're going to play at the Super Bowl. I don't know when, but we're going to play at the Super Bowl.
That's
halftime show. Yeah. And that's about it. We got a couple of songs coming out. We kind of dabble.
So if we have a live event, Bruno, like another live event, can we get the ZBs to perform? Like, we might do something, you know, we've done the movie nights. We did the live event with the Grey Cup. Maybe we have something else cooked up, but could we get maybe a small set from the ZBs? Do you think that's a possibility, or where are we at?
Yeah. If we play in Florida at in between the piers, between the Brady Tkachuk and I'm just joking. Yeah, we'll see. You know, the toughest part for us is rehearsal. We just don't have time to rehearse, and People are traveling all over the place usually, and but there's a possibility. We've had numerous offers to play gigs, but it's the rehearsal. Like, I mean, we just can't just go on. It's kind of like a band. If we're playing like top 40, we just go out and play, but we don't play top 40. It's a bit of an act. It's a bit of a shtick, so you gotta. And to be honest with you, with my knee surgery and a couple other ailments, I feel for Mick Jagger and what's his name, Keith Richards, because man, the body hurts after you play a little bit. But
Yeah,
we'll play. We'll raise
I'll
some
tell
money.
you, I still haven't heard you play live yet, but I love my favorite stuff is the raw stuff you send me. And then when I get to hear it finished, dude, it's not like Chevy playing ball hockey on a weekend or me playing flag football. You guys somewhere along the way actually became good where I actually listened to your stuff.
Thank you.
And I love it. So if you guys do plan a tour date, even a couple of live gigs in Calgary, let us know. We're going to be there. We'll put out invites to all our people as well. Because I'm telling you guys, we're probably going to play some of the ZBs before the show's over.
Yeah, I was just about to say, stick around. We're playing some ZBs. Bruno, I wanted to ask you, what do you play? Or do you play guitar? Do you sing? Like, I don't think I actually know what your role in the band is.
Well, I'm a professional par 3 golfer. No, in this band here, I play guitar and I attempt to sing, which is very embarrassing when Emily's in the studio because she's got a hell of a voice. But I just write the songs, and in the words of Barry Manilow, I write the songs that make the young girls cry. A lot of people ask me, what does this mean? What's the metaphor? I don't know. Somebody says something, I'm like, yeah, there's a song in that, and you just write it. So I play guitar.
So Bruno, listen, what we're going to do now is you got so many takes, and we'd love that we got you on the show because it's been a long time since we actually got you on the show. You have so many takes on hockey, on baseball. You're a CFL historian. You're actually writing a CFL book. We can't get to that tonight, but what we're going to do is we're going to extend the open invitation, not only just to come on the show whenever you want, but also to be one of the guest hosts in case me, Sheldon, Trey are missing in action one week. And we want to make sure that we have this dynamic because the conversation can flow all night with you. So what I propose now is that we'll go to break, Bruno. We'll let you go. We'll go to break playing some ZBs. We'll come back. We'll do studs and duds. We'll finish the show because Sheldon's got to work tomorrow. I got to work tomorrow. And we want to keep it fresh. And we appreciate that you came on tonight to talk about hockey and to revisit your rant about the Tkachuks. But I like that it got a little bit deeper. I like that we talked about Babcock. I like that we talked about, what the NHL is saying versus what it's doing. And what it's saying is completely different than what it's doing. But Bruno, you always do what you say. So can we get a confirmation that you will return to the show and chat or be a guest host? That's
one condition. You have so many followers and you have some great people like Daryl, Rob, Dine and Dash. You got to get these guys on the show. They're the real story. I'll do whatever you guys want, but I don't think I'm the only person that should be a guest on your show.
Well, Dine and Dash is in the back emptying the dishwasher, so he can come on anytime because we could hear him in the background before. But listen, let's take a break. Trey's going to queue up the ZBs for those of you that didn't hear. Bruno, thanks for coming on.
Love you guys. Thank you for everything.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you, Bruno.
Stick around, guys. We'll take a quick break. We'll go out with the ZBs. We'll come back. We'll wrap this up in style. We'll get everyone to bed.
We'll end with the ZBs because it'll mess with our commercials and stuff.
Okay,
but we will play it. We will play it.
Cozy's not banned. He thinks he's banned from the show.
He's not banned. I'm just not putting his comments up. Anyways,
take a break.
Shipping is only one part of the logistics process. Where and how your inventory is stored plays a major role in how efficiently your business operates. At PFM Freight, we provide secure, fully managed warehousing solutions that connect directly with our transportation network, allowing your goods to move smoothly from storage to delivery without delays. Our facilities are operated with the same precision and oversight we apply to every shipment, giving you confidence that your inventory is organized, protected, and ready when it's needed. By keeping your warehousing and distribution under one provider, you eliminate communication gaps and create a more streamlined, reliable supply chain. Visit pfmfreight.com to learn how our warehousing solutions can support your business.
want your business to be known. YYCCalgaryBusiness.ca is Calgary's only online media platform that gets you noticed. Short-form video content is rapidly taking over as the most effective way to engage your audience. Whether you're being interviewed on a vodcast, sharing a sizzle reel, or even hosting your own show, there is one place you can publicize your business. We want to tell your story and introduce you to our network of empowered business owners and leaders right here in Calgary. Isn't it time you took your digital game to 11? Call us or email us now.
Welcome back.
I think I'm funny.
Bruno's a beauty, man. You know, I love it when you hit that stage in your life, in your career, where you don't have to give a damn about what anybody thinks about your take, and you could just speak your mind freely.
Yeah.
I love that guy, man.
Yeah, no, I love Bruno, and that's the thing. Bruno is so knowledgeable about sports. Like you don't understand when Trey wants to host a show with Bruno, the Backseat Boys. It's the backseat of the ride. But Bruno, when we did our last week, when we met up with Rob Evans at the Boston Pizza, and Bruno showed up, and you showed up, and Jamin showed up. You had to leave, Sheldon, but after that, man, Bruno went on like just a tear, like CFL historian, especially for that era before I ever played football. Because again, I grew up in the 80s. We didn't have football in Montreal, and Bruno filled in a lot of blanks for me. And like, you could listen to this guy talk about CFL, which is it's my favorite sport. I love hockey, but CFL is my favorite. And I could listen to him talk forever because it really connects the dots. And the CFL needs guys like Bruno following the league. So yeah, Bruno's welcome anytime with his takes. Big Yankees fan, big sports fan in general. So he knows his stuff, and it's really, really good to have. And you know what? I like that we actually, you know, the Brady Tkachuk thing was, you know, just to get him fired up. And it was kind of like the joke of the night. Because, yeah, like, I don't give a shit if Brady Tkachuk's going to Florida to play with his brother, whatever the reasons. If he thinks Ottawa's a dud of a town, if he thinks, you know, if he's listening to dad and dad wants to see his boys together, if he's going for whatever the reason is, I don't care. But I do think the discussion about Babcock going to Edmonton and the potential impact he could have on the team and the culture and the players there, some young kid coming up. Like, remember when Sutter – there was the kid. What was the kid? Jacob Pelchier. He played his first game in the NHL, and the reporters were like, you know, reporters are trying to pump the kid up. Hey, he's got his first game in the NHL, and he's like, "Who is that?" Like, you know what I mean? Like
that was a bit of a joke too.
No, it wasn't a joke.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was because he had benched him the game before. Yes, it was a joke. Anyways, we're moving this on because Sheldon needs to wrap this up, and we all have work in the morning.
Okay, so okay. But and it's all that to say.
Studs and duds.
What all that to say.
Yeah, Chevy, wrap it up really quick. What are you getting wrong?
No, I was just gonna say Bruno's welcome anytime.
Yeah, there you
Bruno's welcome anytime. Yep. Okay. Really quickly, I'm gonna pat myself on the back here. We didn't get to this last week, and I kind of want to talk about it. But I did qualify for the Alberta Open again.
So I was right in my intro.
You were right. Yeah, we were going to get to it last week and we didn't. So it was 2 weeks ago. But I gave you guys the rundown that I was playing in Crossfield and I was going to go for the Alberta Open, and I did get there. So I was
That's
T11
2 years in a row, is it not?
Yeah, 2 years in a row.
Dude, well done.
And you played the best round of your, like you said, it was like the best round of your life.
Yeah, I mean, it was insane conditions. It was 8 degrees. It was pouring rain. It was 60, 70K wind. We had funnel cloud warnings. Yeah, it was nuts. So, yeah, just wanted to put that out there. I'm playing August 11th, 12th, 13th.
Where's this?
So Pritis.
Okay.
So August 11th, we will not be having a show, just by the way, unless somebody else wants to take over as producer.
Bruno!
Yeah, Pritis Greens, one of the nicest courses maybe in Canada. I'm very excited, looking forward to playing that. I'll be honored just to get a practice round in because it's so private there. But yeah, I'm super excited. 2 years in a row. This year, we want to make the cut. Last year, I had a great first round, and I blew up the second round. So hopefully we can play all 3 days. And yeah, I just want to let you guys know that the golf game is in full swing. It's in good
You're
shape.
a
And
stud. You're a
yeah,
stud.
and
I
I'm
have
pretty
one
happy.
question
That,
for
that
you.
was a goal. That was a goal checked off. I had it in my phone on January 1st. I said, make
Well,
the Alberta Open. And we got
everybody's
that one.
giving
So
you
I'm pretty
everyone's giving
happy.
you the congrats in the chat line. I just have one question for you because you didn't really like respond to it. You said he played. How like how do you think this is going to go down if you play Bruno at McCall Lake on the par 3? That's what I want to know.
Do you really? Do you want the honest answer?
Yeah, I want to know you're honest. I want Bruno to hear this.
Bruno, I might shoot 19 at McCall Lake par 3. All 2s and 1 3. I'll just give you one hope. I'll give you one hole of hope. And yeah, I'm not ducking you. I'm not ducking you. I'm not chicken. I'll smoke you any day. And yeah, if you want to come and get it, Piper, you know, he was he phoned me the other day actually, and he was talking about how WrestleMania, whatever, Andre the Giant versus Roddy Piper.
Roddy Piper.
And he was gonna kick my ass. I said, no chance, brother. This is how it's gonna go, brother.
He told me the same story when he told me he was going to kick your ass and why.
I'm gonna leg drop him. I'm gonna hit him with the 5 knuckle shuffle. I'm gonna hit him with the crossroads and the rock bottom and maybe the stunner.
And the Trey Stash.
Boom.
Yeah.
And
The only
Trey
word of
Stasher,
advice
there
is
you go.
do not take that challenge on before the Open. That's like going to a home run derby before entering the World Series. Do not mess with your swing, dude. Do not mess with your swing.
No, it'll be fun though. I hope to actually do it with Bruno. I'd like to actually go golfing with you guys. We can maybe set up a little video there. I think that'd be a fun.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'd
I'll
be so
come
terrible.
along. Yeah.
Sheldon, do you golf? Because I'm terrible.
Oh, I haven't golfed in years, dude. Man, like a defensive lineman. By the time you retire, your back's messed up, your hip flexor, my one arm doesn't go straight. My golf swing is ugly, dude.
We can play.
I've got a back that looks like this, Sheldon. I can still golf. I don't want to hear your excuses.
All right. Well, maybe that'll be the next little short we do. Maybe you'll go out there.
I think we get on that here right away because I think Bruno said he was leaving July 18th or something. So maybe that's in the works.
He's never here.
Anyways, okay, we're gonna move it on. I also really just wanted to throw this in there because it's kind of been a running story for us. I finished Star Wars.
Yes,
I was thinking about that today.
Yeah, I finished all the sequels. I got the last one in today before the show.
Nice.
I just want to say thank you guys. It's a great series. I watched all 3 trilogies and then I watched Rogue One. I haven't watched the Han Solo one yet, but yeah, that was a good little stretch of movies for me.
Nice.
I enjoyed them. Mostly all of them.
Did you happen to watch Mandalorian and Grogu at the theater, or are you going to wait?
I think that's next on board for me. I think I got to watch the show first, probably.
Yeah, you kind of got to watch the show to get into that one a bit.
So yeah, I think that's next for me. But yeah, now I'm in on the references. I'm in on the characters.
Where does it rank for you?
Where does
it rank for you? As like you've seen some great movies. You've been a kid through some of the best movie series, that whether it's Marvel or Harry Potter, all that stuff that I didn't get into as a kid. Where does it rank for you?
I think pretty high. I actually enjoyed it quite a bit more than I thought I was going to. I always thought of Star Wars as kind of like for the nerds, and yeah, I mean maybe that makes me a nerd then, I guess. But I enjoyed it. I really wish that it wasn't a movie like the first 3 were a movie in the 70s. I wish it was a movie in the 2020s.
Yeah,
the filming and the sequels and Rogue One is just so much better. Maybe the storyline isn't as good, but it just looks so much better.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think maybe
You'll have to wait for the 2030s because I think they're going to take it right back to square one, and
they might just have to redo it.
Who's your favorite character?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I really enjoyed C-3PO and R2-D2 in the first 3.
Yep.
And then in the prequel, sorry, I really liked Quin Jon, the one that died in the first
Qui-Gon
one.
Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn and Darth Maul. I thought that was cool. I wish we had more of that. In the prequels for sure. Obi-Wan and Luke, like I know they're supposed to be the stars, and Anakin. I'm kind of into the droids and the side characters. I don't know. I just get more of a kick out of them.
Luke got whiny after the first one.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Luke guy. Yeah. I actually like Han Solo and Chewie way more. And then I say in the sequels, I actually really enjoyed the Kylo Ren character. I thought he was a way cooler character than Darth Vader. Just I don't know, just more emotions, I guess. He's maybe not as villainous, I guess, as Darth Vader. But I enjoyed his character and the fact that we saw him unmasked all the time. And I don't know, I just thought his mask looked really cool.
I like Adam Driver. He's a great actor.
Adam Driver's a great actor. Yeah. And I really liked BB-8 too. I liked all the droids. BB-8 was awesome, man. I liked them. So anyways, to wrap it up, really good stuff. Thank you guys for putting me on that. And may the force be with us now.
Sweet. What's next?
I got a couple left. I don't know what these are, so I'm just gonna pull.
You got a video? I want to be entertained. Oh, they're even better. Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. Yes, today I'm getting treatment for my hairline, so because I'm kind of balding. So I ran into Calgary and got my laser treatment appointment.
Okay.
And right next door is a Jerusalem shawarma.
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't know. I've been waiting in the doctor's office for an hour. It was a little bit longer than I wanted to, and I was kind of hungry. It was like 1:30, and I was like, I'm gonna go run in and grab some shawarma. Man. So good. It was like $9 first off. Like, what a deal. It's huge. It's like it's massive. Yeah. It's like a foot long, and it's like you put your hands around it like this. I just got everything on. I haven't had shawarma in years.
So walk us through this, because you know the guys out there are dying to know what you ate. Did you get the beef, chicken,
beef,
lamb?
Beef.
There you go.
Beef shawarma wrap. And then I just said, put it all on, baby. Load it right up. All the toppings they got. I mean, it's just like looks
pickled
like one of
turnips,
those pictures, right?
That's the number one topping. The pickled turnips. Like when I get those, you know how I am with my pickles at Harvey's?
Yeah.
That's how I am with those pink turnips at the shawarma place. I get the extra on top of the extra. Those are the best.
Totally. Now, this wasn't your first shawarma ever, was it?
No, not my first shawarma ever, but it's probably my first one in like a year.
Yeah,
year or two. So it was solid.
You know, I'm having FOMO of your shawarma, but now I'm also having a little bit of nostalgia. You know, the best shawarma I ever had in Calgary, and that was introduced to me by none other than the guy below me in the box, Nasty. Do you remember, Sheldon? You introduced me to the Cornerstone shawarma.
What was his name? What was his name? Alec? No, who? Al. It was Al.
I don't know. I can't remember the guy's name.
Yeah.
But
are you saying Cornerstone?
Cornerstone by your old gym.
That was Sam and Mo. Yeah.
No. It was Cedar's Deli.
Deli. Yeah.
But it was the Cornerstone.
It was chicken. It's a shawarma with chicken, beef, and a falafel ball crunched up. You take that falafel ball, which is just pure protein and crust, and it adds a texture into that. It gives you a crunch.
Was one of the I think that
Ron
was
Jarrett and John Eberly.
Yeah, they made that for you guys, right?
Yeah, Dave Dickinson, we'd all train together. We go have our post-workout meal there afterwards.
And I went and had that shawarma. That was the best shawarma I've had in Calgary since I've been here. And I always think about that when I order shawarma, but I'm having big time FOMO because I'm kind of hungry now. And I mean, a good shawarma, you can't beat that. Hey, with the garlic,
it was so good.
The garlic sauce,
garlic, tahini
and the sweet sauce,
and the pickles, and the beef. Oh, the beef was so good.
And then
the
other one Sheldon brought me to is the desert pita. Desert pita. That's the other one you brought me.
A little more sauce on those ones. It was, and they deep fried it more. Not deep fried. They fried the shell more.
Yeah.
I'll give it a little crunch. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you guys have any shawarma recommendations in the city, I would love to try it out because I think I've only ever been
Shawarma Palace right now. It opened up in my neighborhood a couple of years ago, and it's my new go-to. Bilatti's, or I think Bilatti's up in on Sarcee, where you've got the Walmart and all that stuff
up there
on 128th and Bennington Trail. Yeah, Sage Hill. There's a place called Bilatti's. It's like, dude, it's a gem. It's a one shop you can't miss. It's everybody up here. It's a go-to. So
I think Jerusalem's pretty good too. I've ordered some platters from Jerusalem before where you get you feed a whole family. I think I did that once on it was either Christmas or New Year's where we had people over, and I was like, well, why not just order a platter? And it was just unbelievable. Yeah, the food's good there.
Yeah,
guys, I got to move on from the food because I'm so hungry.
I got two more really quick. I do have a video for you, Shell. You said you want to be entertained, but we'll save that for last. So the second to last one, and Chevy, you beat me to it today in the chat. Like, what the heck? The class of 2026 Hockey Hall of Fame has been announced. Patrice Bergeron, Brian Burke, Sidney Curley, Carey Price, Pekka Rinne, and speaking of Tkachuk, Keith Tkachuk, they're all in. I thought this tweet was hilarious. from the San Jose Sharks because they technically did trade for his contract. He retired as a Shark. Congratulations to the Shark lesson. Any thoughts on this Hall of Fame lineup?
I think, gosh, you know, I'm not. All those guys are great athletes and deserving. I guess people that know more about hockey than me can say if they're deserving or not. I'm just kind of a casual fan. I think Brian Burke is definitely on that list. I mean, I would be a homer if I said Carey Price is
no, he's
definitely
on
that list.
He's on the list. He's on the list.
But I mean, like when you grow up in Montreal and your like goaltender was Patrick Waugh, and then you had guys before him like Ken Dryden and Jacques Plante. They've all won Stanley Cups. Like, what's the measure of a guy? I know Pecorini won a few. Did he win a few Stanley Cups, or was that Tim Thomas?
Pecorini did not.
No, he didn't win
Stanley Cup.
So,
but but Carey Price won an MVP as a goalie and led the league in Vezina trophies for 10 years. And
I think
he's
it's
a Hall
like
of Famer, man.
I think who's the guy from Detroit that didn't get in? Is it Zetterberg? Like
Zetterberg's in the Hall of Fame.
No,
Chelios?
No,
Chelios is in the Hall of Fame.
There's someone from Detroit that I think he's won a bunch of cups, captain, and he's not in yet. And a lot of people are talking about that, like how they got Tkachuk, who hasn't really won much. And
are you thinking of Patrick Elias from New Jersey? Because that was like kind of the biggest snub, I think, from this year. Alex McGillney's still not in it too, I believe.
Yeah, but I don't think McGillney won much either.
Well, he just has like
Zetterberg, Osgood, Joseph, McGillney.
Yeah, Zetterberg's not in, I don't think. I think that's the one that everyone was kind of like you put Tkachuk and you put Pecorini there, and Zetterberg's still on the outside looking in. So I don't know.
I don't know what you're are you saying Carey Price should not be in the Hall of Fame? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying Carey shouldn't be. I'm just saying Pecorini and Keith Tkachuk might not be on that list.
Pecorini was incredibly underrated, just so you know. He played in Nashville though, so nobody knows. But look at his stats, Chevy. Trust me. Okay, last one. It's a video, so I'll play it for you guys. I'll give you a little context. Let me pull up the share screen here. Okay, here we go. So I don't know if you guys remember Brandon Marshall. He's former NFL receiver.
Yeah.
I believe he played for the Jets and the Denver Broncos and the Bears.
No.
And he's also on the podcast, right? The Pivot.
Yes, he's on a podcast. Yeah. So he was out here. I guess I don't know really what happened here. He's just facing some criticism. He was out. I'll just play the video for you. He was out here making his son run at 2 a.m. And I just want to get you guys' thoughts on it. So I'll play the video for you guys, and then we'll get your thoughts.
It's no different than when we were in L.A., Santa Monica, running at midnight on the pier. We wanted to do that. We love to do that. And then there's correction. Then there's discipline. You're walking, run. Discipline correction is good. Even 2 a.m, we run. I don't got to put my hands on you.
I don't have to put my hands on you.
To be a warrior, training you to be a leader, to serve, to have discipline, to be better than me. Run. Let's go. If you don't start running, we're going to go 3 miles. So you better start running because you don't know when I'm going to tell you to stop. You don't want to listen? We run. We work. 2 a.m. Let's go. Faster. I'm driving 3 miles per hour. You should be going at 8 or 9 miles per hour right now. Go. If this truck don't get to 9 miles per hour, I promise you we're going all the way to the gas station, which is 3 miles. Down and back is 3 miles. I'm at 4 miles. I'm at 5. I'm at 6. There we go. Now we moving. Run. Discipline. That's how you gonna learn it. Come on.
That's not discipline. What's the difference between that and losing your shit on your kid and giving him you know what discipline would be? First off, okay, here's what I've got to say about that. I love it. We've all had dads that were tough on us, coaches that were tough on us, things like that. He's probably not wrecking the kid by doing that. But to me, when I watched this, and did he post this himself?
Yeah.
This is not about his son. This is about him. This is all about him. This is the arrogance of this guy just needing to be out in the public eye to show what a hard ass he is. Yeah. You know what a disciplined father would do? Son, whatever caused this to happen, son, tonight wasn't good enough tonight. I love you, but you're not going to get to where you want to be with that kind of effort. So I'll tell you what, we're going to shut it down tonight. Alarm set for 5:00. We're going for a run, and I'm running with you. Yep. That's what you do. This is just a bully just trying to get some attention. It didn't look to me like the son was in on it either. So I look at this, I cringe. Chevy.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I like your take because, he's posting it himself. It's like, look at me. I'm the last bastion of man. You know, there's such a big battle these days about, the alpha male and, the world getting too soft. And yeah, there's cases where maybe the world's getting too soft. And so I'm exactly with you with this guy needing to show that, look at me, my son's not going to be soft. And
it's not sexy to show an alarm, waking up at 5:00 and hitting it in the morning after a teachable moment at night. Yeah. And the intent, the apprehension of knowing it's coming. But that's the right way to do it.
I like what you said is you do it with him, sitting in the car, yelling at the kid. You know what? The kid will remember it. I'm sure he'll remember it one day. He'll be like, yeah, if he has a younger brother, his sister,
my dad's a piece of shit that was always about him. That's all I'm getting from it.
Maybe. Or he'll say, oh yeah, that one time that dad, he made us run and blah, blah, blah. But the fact that he posed, we'll all see it as you saw it. Like this guy wanting attention to show people like, look at me, I'm a tough dad. And it's like, yeah, whatever. I mean, do that to your kid. But we just talked about
media guy. That's not a dad. That's a social media guy.
Yeah, we just talked about Mike Babcock in the last session about doing those sorts of things. And you know what that happens when you do that and you post it and you make it normalized for that kid? Guess what's going to happen when he goes to a team and a coach does crap like that and continuously does it? The kid's going to be saying, "Well, this is how I was raised to take it all the time," right? And you desensitize them to what is it normal coaching and corrective and what is abusive. And that opens the door for that, because you know what, all those kids that, like, again, going back to the Mike Babcock thing, using this as an example, I was going to bring up when Graham James had all those guys and had abused all those kids, including Theo Fleury and Sheldon Kennedy. There was other guys. I know a couple of guys that were on that team. And one of my buddies, he said, man, he's like, I thank God that my parents made me come home every time at night. They never let me go to coach's house to play video games with all the other guys that were there. They said, my parents, they were immigrant parents. They weren't about the sleepovers. I know that because my parents never let me sleep over. I don't know if it was an immigrant thing, but we never slept over as a kid. And this guy told me, he's like, my parents never let me sleep over at the coach's house. And all those kids that did, all of them got abused because a lot of them came from hard-ass parents that was like, well, you do what your coach says, you do this. And they normalize these warped behaviors that, like you said, it wasn't even about the kid. It was about the dad and his power, right?
Trey, no take.
If you want my take on it, I'll give it to you. But if you don't, that's okay. We can wrap this up. 2 a.m., probably a little excessive. He looks like he's maybe 12 years old, maybe 10 years old. So maybe we take our kids out for a run in the morning before school or maybe after school when they get home. Maybe 2 a.m. is a little aggressive. But I mean, everybody's like, my dad's pushed me a little bit before too. I'm sure you guys have pushed your kids around a little bit too. You expect some greatness out of your children, I'm sure. And I think that's maybe one way. And maybe he was bad-mouthing his dad or something happened at dinner and he maybe mouthing off or whatever. And maybe he deserved it. And it's definitely better than putting his hands on him. He said that. It's like, God. We don't be beating our we're not beating our children. But I mean, going out for a little run.
Get a medal for that. You know what? Good on you. What's this guy's name?
Brandon Marshall.
Good job, Brandon Marshall, for not beating your child that night. And good job taking, whether it was punishment or he called it discipline. I think discipline is disciplined approach to sport. Way to make that public, dude. That's a bang up job and a great video for Father's Day weekend. My God. Anyway, that's it. I'm out. Who wants to take this one home?
You do it, Sheldon.
Guys, love you guys. We appreciate you. I look forward to this all week long. And I know we went a little bit long tonight, but I really appreciate you guys for sticking it out with us. Trey, great job behind the boards. Great job setting this whole thing up. Chevy, I love you, brother. Good job getting Bruno on as a guest. And guys, have yourself an amazing week. Stay in touch. Jump onto our The Ride WhatsApp chat line. Love to hear from you guys during the week as well to keep this ride going. But we're going to shut it down right now. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you guys next week. Same time, same place, same station.
Monday